frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't panic surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what?
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the New York Jets. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go now. 8, read. 54, Mike. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Shoot.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Avery Williamson, the Jets' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing on second down now, Minshew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Minshew sets to throw. Open is Swaim, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up with Armstead. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. 10, and at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose, and he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Deferring to Armstead on the draw. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Set the tone, defense, let's go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars nothing.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On 2nd down, Armstead. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Armstead. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The tackle that time by William Hayes. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Doug Marrone can only shake his head. His guys are turned away. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They run with Bell on 1st down as he'll get forward for about 5 yards. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now Bell. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Open is Powell. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Jets will extend their lead.
Brandon, a lot of times coaches see these situations present themselves on film, but how often do they actually call it? We just saw it here, and what an end result. A huge touchdown off of a terrific call.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Minshew, 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Minshew. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold is brought in by Jamison Crowder. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. That's where Crowder makes his hay in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with them in March after the last 4 seasons being in Washington. Had 3 pretty good years, then sort of tailed off with Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw, Darnold. Got an open man, it's a noon one. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Letting one go deep for a noon one. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now it's Darnold. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And it's fielded at the 34. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And now the 3rd down throw. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. To throw is Darnold. He sets to fire deep. He's got it at the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First catch there for Thomas. It's a 1st down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 59 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Laquell Armstead, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back back within a single score. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 13-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
First and 10 at the 34.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
218, chop it.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. Flush to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Another try after the first down sack. Minshew. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Hey, rock it, rock it.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. But he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The kick by Bryant is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Darnold. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. Here's Darnold. Dancing to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Minshew sets to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll start on the ground with Cannon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The tackle made by Miles Jack. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then at the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets him a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through.
And caught by Thomas. He's got a Jets touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge coach, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jets, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0.